Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Bezad,
I'm Risa.
and we are here from Naked Famous Denim for our weekly global live stream, broadcasting right here from Yokohama, Japan, broadcasting to your homes everywhere or wherever you're watching this through the power of the internet. And
It's been a while.
it's been a while.
For me, at least.
Yeah, we haven't seen Risa's face on the live stream for a little while, but I'm back here in Japan now after a worldwide tour. We can talk about that a little bit today. We'll talk about some spring-summer 23 stuff, some updates on some fits, like the work shirt that I'm wearing now. I don't know if I talked about this or not, but it's possible that I mentioned it.
Seeing it. For sure.
I feel like I wore this in some live streams.
Yeah, but you didn't talk about that, but then you're not seeing.
Maybe. I don't
Anyways.
remember. The memory of this entire month trip
Right.
is it's very blurry.
Also,
Yeah,
we talk about same things over and over again. So
that's true.
That's okay.
It may be repeat to you, but it's new to somebody else. So, anyways, we will cover it. And anyways, we're gonna wait for the room to populate just a little bit. But while we're waiting, everybody hit that like button right now. Let's start off the live stream with a couple of likes. Hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now is the absolute perfect time to do it. Right at the start of the stream. Let's get those numbers up. We're gonna hit 10,000 soon. So if you're not a subscriber, maybe you think you're subscribed, but you haven't. Anyways, double check. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get us to 10K this month. I think we're gonna be able to do it. 10K.
Are we that close?
We're very close. All right. Let's check in with the chat. We've got Lars Johannesson. Hello from Stockholm, Sweden. Welcome, welcome. Rights W5. Hello from Birmingham, UK, where I'm enduring the coronavirus.
Oh, no.
Ooh, we hope you're feeling better out there. Stay healthy. Stay strong. Johnny Crumhorn. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Plastic Fortune. Hello from Indianapolis, USA. Good to see you here. Lee H. Hello from warm and sunny Sydney, wearing my Mr. Poopy Salvaged chambray today.
Nice.
Good choice for the sunny weather. We've got Invis Ian's DC is in the house. BD says, hello, Risa.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Rocky Super Hot, checking in from Florida. Welcome. Plastic Fortune says, we missed Risa. I missed Risa. Anyways, we're back together again. Happy. Okay, Invis Ian's writes, definitely a new shirt on the stream. Okay, so maybe I haven't worn this on the stream yet. All right, so we'll talk about that. BD writes, wore my MIJ 10s Okay I'm a Spirit today, and Okay I'm a Spirit 4s after work. Very good. It's a big Okay I'm a Spirit day for you. I love it. Nicholas Velpu, good morning from Chigasaki. Good morning, Nicholas. Thanks for joining us, Vitaly. Ordered golden hour and max fit for my girlfriend as a present. Hope to turn her into a denim head.
That's a good introductory raw denim.
Very non-offensive. Yeah, it's not like the most rigid, crispy. You know,
Right.
it's a good step, and the color is nice.
The
you know?
color is very nice.
The color is
yeah.
very nice. Nicholas Zemidu. Sorry if I screwed that up. Hi from Reading, PA, wearing my blue smokes as pajamas tonight. You know, for a long time, when I was in my early raw denim days, I used to wear jeans to sleep because I worked when I was working at Holt Renfrew. I was working in the diesel department. I had to wear diesel all day. Had to, but I was there. I had to rep.
Had to, yes.
But they didn't have any raw denim, and I was a raw denim guy. So as soon as I would get home, I would switch into my raw jeans, and I would wear them throughout the evening and while I slept, because I'm like, let's get some hours into these jeans when I could have been wearing raw jeans all day. So I know the feeling. Brian H. Hello from Pensacola, Florida. Welcome, welcome, welcome. John McNulty, just got my Japanese denim Indigo classic hat from you guys. It's awesome. Great hat, great cap. I was before I left on that trip, I was wearing that cap quite a bit. I really enjoyed wearing that hat for a while.
Cap.
It's a good cap. I got it back there somewhere. It's hanging there. Yeah. Alex Vera, wearing my cerulean Kasuri today. Great choice. You know, I think I have some. Hold on, I think it's in that bag.
What is? What is in that bag?
Some Kasuri Yarns.
Oh.
Yeah, I found some in my desk at the office, and I'm like, oh, I should bring these home. But, yeah, this is how they do it. So you can see how the section dyeing works. Like they wrap up those sections, and then they dye it, and they pull it out. So it's a lot like, tie-dye. But anyways, you can see here's where they wrap it up. And those are the undyed sections. So it's a bit of a naughty mess right now, but anyways, I'm gonna pull out the macro lens and get some good shots of that. I think it'll look pretty cool. So, yeah, my office is full of treasures. Mm-hmm. You know what else I found? I found an entire cone of recycled for the recycled denim. Mm-hmm. A big cone of the yarn that we used for that. Mm-hmm. I didn't have room to bring the entire cone, but I'm gonna have to get Garrett to take some close-up shots of that, so you can really see how the yarn works. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, every kind of like knick-knack gets like dumped there.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a good thing because we just have to go in there and look for stuff.
Yeah, it's a treasure trove.
We don't remember any of them just until you see it.
Right. Yeah, because there's so much stuff. Literally every time, like whenever we do a project like this, the mills or whatever, they'll send us a little sample or whatever, and it all gets dumped in my office. It's amazing actually. Whenever I go back to Montreal. Thankfully, Garrett helped to tidy it up before I got there, but my office becomes a dumping ground because I'm not there. I mean, I guess it's obvious that it becomes a dumping ground, but sometimes I'm like, where did all of this stuff come from?
Yeah.
And then...
where did all of my stuff go?
Yeah.
My stuff just gets
your
taken
stuff gets...
away.
Somebody stole my chair.
Jesus.
And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then the other day, Garrett sent me a picture. He's like, found it. Somebody in the office stole my chair. Don't steal my chair. Anyways, too late to deal with that. Demon Day Donuts writes, hello from Knoxville, Tennessee. Welcome, welcome. And he also writes, Risa, your jacket looks cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, fortunately, I was very looking forward to making this jacket because it's like one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. And it just didn't get
produced.
made in time. It was too late.
Yeah.
It was too late to make new fall stuff.
Yeah.
But we are bringing this silhouette back for fall 23, so next year.
Yeah, next year, guys.
well, I mean this year, later this year. Yeah.
Hopefully it'll get done. Sometimes there were a few. We talked about it all throughout the season. Last season there were some delays and things like that. But sometimes things get so delayed that it's like, you know what, it's too far past. So we're working on it. I'll talk about some of our plans going forward to try and ensure that everything comes out when it's supposed to come out. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about that in a bit. Mm-hmm. El Sanchez, 1984. Hello from Mississauga. Wearing my thermo stretch denim today. Taking a break from my Elephant 7. Well, the thermo stretch is a great jean for those cold weather evenings. Well, days and evenings. I don't know how cold it is in Mississauga right now, but when I left Montreal, it was like minus 39 with the wind chill, minus 40 with the wind chill. That's where like Fahrenheit and Celsius meet. So it was pretty chilly. And
then
we
basically as cold as it gets.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, every year in Montreal, you'll get a couple of days of that. So like right at the end, it was just that super cold. And then we went to Chicago, and it was pleasant. Like, I was just wearing this, basically. I'm like, this is amazing.
It's not Canada.
Yeah, it's not Canada.
Coming from Canada, everything is... I remember, we probably talked about this, but I remember when I was still living in Japan, you and Brandon came in November.
Yeah.
And I had, like, my leather jacket on. It wasn't, like, a down jacket weather yet, but it was, like, cold, and I was wearing my leather jacket.
Yeah.
And you like showed up in a t-shirt. I was like, why are you wearing a t-shirt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, no, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, I just like.
You didn't understand then, but you understand now.
Kind of, because I did experience like, after coming out of the winter feeling like 5 degrees Celsius, it was like, okay, like I'm done. Like I'm done with winter.
Yeah.
And here, it's like, that is as cold as it gets.
Yeah. When it's 5 here, when it's 5 in Japan, I feel cold. When it's 5 in Canada, it feels great.
Well, it feels great
when you're coming from minus 20-something, So, anyhow,
It's amazing how like human body gets used to a temperature. And,
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but Canada gets cold. For those people who don't know, it's a very cold country. A not cold place. Clothed and Unknown writes, Orange County, California, checking in. Step up, salvage today. Good choice. That's a good all-weather kind of jean. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Lee H, just curious, you guys ever do any Valentine's Day specials? No,
I don't think
we've never done a Valentine's sale. The next, like our sale schedule, just for everybody out there, we'll do like an Easter thing.
April.
So yeah, that's in April. So over the Easter long weekend, we'll usually do some kind of sale. And then we do Can America Day, so 4th of July and Canada Day, July 1st. Over that weekend, we'll do a little event. Labor Day in September.
Yeah.
October, we have Canadian Thanksgiving. Then we have Canadian Black Friday, and then Boxing Day in December. So usually we do about 6,
mostly in
the fall. Yeah, mostly towards the end of the year. But yeah, I mean, if you do subscribe to our newsletter, you get the 24-hour special most every week, and that email usually goes out on Wednesday. Although this week, I did send out an email. Let's head over to the browser window. Because I do have a little promo going on that did go out to the email subscribers. So if you got today's email, you'll know about it. But we're doing a little promo on this guy right here. So we've got the Salvaged Selvedge on sale, 20% off for the weekend. So this is going to apply just to the weekend. We have them at Naked Famous Denim NYC and on Tate and Yoko. And you can pick these up. The weird guy, unfortunately, is almost all gone. We still have some easy guys left and some super guys as well. So this came out in the fall, this last fall, and this is the first time that they're on promo. So you can get them now, and if you're interested in this jean, they're a really fun pair. I don't know if you guys remember the story. I'm sure some of you guys in the chat will. This was a style that we basically salvaged the denim from disaster. So tsunamis and mudslides affected Okayama, which is
a tsunami. It was a mudslide.
Not tsunami. The typhoons. Mm-hmm. The typhoons caused mudslides, and it just kind of ravaged the area. And this was fabric that was just covered in mud and debris and stuff, and we were able to save it. Basically, we washed the fabric. Not usually when you wash items, it's the garment, but this one we were able to wash the fabric, which is something that usually doesn't happen. So, anyways, by doing that, we were able to recover it. And there were some like slight nuances in the fabric from the washing, because it's not a very uniform thing. So
and it's possible that you might get some like residue of like mud stains on there too. But I mean, those are things that you can wash off. If it's still there, if you wash it in your washing machine, it will probably come out. And it's just like one of those things where like it might not be perfect, but it is a perfectly good fabric, and we just didn't want to see it go to waste.
Yes. And I also thought the name convention was perfect because so many people think salvaged denim is salvaged denim. And, Brandon talks about this early in like the Naked Famous Denim, history, where he would go to these meetings with these buyers, department stores, and he would say, do you know what salvaged denim is? And they're like, yeah, salvaged denim, like recycled denim. Like, they're just saying words that they don't know, just so that they don't feel like, oh, I don't know. Even though I'm a denim buyer for a prestigious department store, why would I not know? Of course I know. Anyhow, so the word salvaged always came up, and I just thought it was funny to use that, salvaged selvedge. Anyways, good naming convention. If you got a pair, I'm sure you're enjoying them. At least I'm presuming you're enjoying them. But they're on sale today. You can find them on the website. But yeah, just going back to sales, 24-hour special every week. Every now and then we'll do something for a weekend special, kind of like what we're doing right now. And then we have those other holiday based sales. So Yeah. If basically the bottom line is stay subscribed to the newsletter or watch content here on YouTube, and you'll be up to date with everything. So yeah. Okay. BD writes, my wife just said she wondered what happened to it, this jacket. Happy it's coming out later.
Yeah, it's going to be in a different fabric, but yeah, it's a good fit. I like it.
Yeah. It really looks cool. We were shooting the photo for the fall edition one, and like with high-rise jeans and everything, it looks fantastic. So hopefully we'll have it out for you guys soon. Okay. Okay. Santiago Garrido writes, hey guys, I'm loving my Fox Fibre hoodie, the Wonder Looper one. I was reading about this material online, and I saw that there are also some green variations. Any chance we get a green on green hoodie in the future?
So green Fox Fibre does not look green, like a green color.
It's not green like this.
No, it's
maybe
but it's like it's a green variation. It is on the greener side. It's not like green just we pulled out of nowhere, but it is still a brown cotton. Yeah. It just does have this like kind of like a grayish like I don't know.
So in fact, there's actually a spectrum of Fox Fibre colors, and they're from like paler browns to like earthier brown greens, like greenish kind of earth tone brown. So is there a possibility that we do something like that in the future?
Yeah,
sure. I don't see why not.
Yes, I like that, but the green Fox Fibre, like brown changes colors over time as well, but green it's more so. Yeah. So like with like exposure to sun, with exposure to water, I think mostly water, but like it would change color, so it wouldn't be the same color after you wash them, after you wear them. Yeah. So I mean that's just kind of like a hard thing. For raw denim community, I think they all understand that, but like it's.
Well, we have to build up that knowledge for the knitwear community. But as a whole, we're very, very big fans of Fox Fibre in general. I like that it is a living color, just like indigo is a living color, and anything that kind of changes with time, patinas is something that I think any denim person can really, really appreciate. So we hope to use some more Fox Fibre also in the Naked Famous Denim collection going on. Sure. At one point, we were trying to do a all Fox brown denim. It was going to be very pricey. But I think we'll get to the point where it's a little more acceptable.
I think if we could sell a certain amount, it wouldn't be as expensive per unit, because there's a humongous thing of like yarn minimums and stuff like that we need to meet. Yeah.
With the I guess adoption of more ecru browns, like non-indigo toned jeans, as that adoption rate kind of builds up, I think there will be more of a demand for even more premium fabrics in that realm. And like we're getting there. Last year we did the raw cotton slub, 16-ounce big slub. We've got the all natural denim. It's this guy right here. So this is coming out this spring. It's a 100% organic cotton edition, ecru jean that's coming out. Very neppy. Might be hard to see, a little overexposed, but this is going to be coming out soon. So if you like this kind of stuff, we'll tone it down, like in terms of the color. Like it'll be a little bit more earth toned with some Fox Fibre stuff. So we'll get there.
And also this coming fall, next. Fall 23, we have more like a beige.
More beige one.
Brown. Yeah.
The camel slub.
Yeah. So I think we just slowly dip our toes into that world again.
Yeah. Okay. Venomous Teddy, I'd love a dark brown jean. Yeah. Wait till you see the camel slub. Olorg, is there such a thing as Fox Fibre denim? Yeah, we've done it before. We did the Fox Brown, so that was available
on the weft.
Yeah.
Like Indigo warp with Fox Brown weft. That was maybe 2020
maybe. Yeah, I don't remember exactly offhand, but at this point it might be a harder pair to find, but we will do it again.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do some more stuff with that again. It's a good, very popular one. Okay. Santiago writes, got it. Thanks for the explanation. It's truly a superb material, so you left me wanting more. Mm-hmm. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad to support it. You know what I mean? It's American grown. It's made by fantastic people.
Yeah.
And it's
a good story. It's a good like not just good story, but it is a good cotton.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna try to. There we go. Okay. Austin Fletcher writes, love my salvaged selvage. Extremely soft, a nice break from some crispy slub. Yeah, that's again another great benefit of that denim, because it was pre-washed on the fabric. It was soft when you got it, right? So sometimes when you buy like a one wash jean, you get a lot of that puckering going on around the seams and things like that. So I thought it was kind of neat that you would get the wash texture, but without the puckering. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of a nerdy detail, but eventually you'll get the puckering when you wash it. But it's kind of neat that you see that. Okay. Okay. Nicholas Vilblue writes, any updates on the mugs? The answer is I got an email from Terry yesterday, and he told me that the mugs just arrived in the warehouse. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get those photographed and, some social media content and stuff created around it. So I see that coming out this month. So the month of February, it'll probably be the 24th. Mm-hmm. That's my presumption.
Right.
Just because we just got them today, so they have to unpack them and tag them, and, get them on the shelves and all that stuff. And then we have to, shoot some photos and, write some content around it just to introduce the people who might not be as in tune with the live stream about them.
Yeah.
And
then next Friday will be the
recycled. Yes, the lightweight recycled cotton. So lightweight recycled denim stone blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightweight recycled selvage.
Yeah.
Stone blue.
Stone blue.
So we'll focus on that next week. Speaking of which, we just released the knives today.
Yes.
Yeah. So
we don't have any of them here.
No. But we have 3.
Do we? I
thought maybe the grip one?
Yeah. Double check. Might be in there. So we actually do have a bunch of knives here. I just don't know which ones we have.
It's mostly from the previous releases.
That's right. Man, my brain is in so many different seasons and times at once. We got new knives, so let's check that out. We got them on Tate and Yoko. Tate and Yoko. It's not really Tate, by the way, but I like calling it Tate because some of you guys call it Tate. So let's head over to the browser window. Boom. Okay, so let's see.
We don't put it here, right?
Yeah. So we released 3 new knives today. One's the Higo no Kami Indigo Metal. So this is a brass handle with an indigo coating.
Apparently it's not brass. Somebody told me that.
Oh, so what is it?
It's like a steel metal. Some kind of steel.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I wrote brass somewhere, but I need to.
Fix it.
We fixed it. Okay, never mind. So the product copy has been fixed. But you have the metal handle with this water splash finish on top so that it looks like it's wet, but it actually acts as a grip for the blade. And that one comes in at $44. And then we have these 2 premium wooden ones with the Burmese rosewood. And you can see just how beautiful the wooden handle is on that guy. So you're really spending a lot here for that premium wood, but you get that excellent finish on there as well. And I think this one's even more nerdy with the black persimmon. And this is from the persimmon trees, and you get this type of gradation in the blade. Sorry, not in the blade, in the handle, due to the age of the wood. So, and because of that, you actually get a lot of variation.
But so what I learned about that is, sorry, we don't have it.
Go ahead.
Is that black persimmon is a very rare thing. It's not just because the persimmon tree is old that it is certainly happens. It's just like something that happens to the inside of the tree, and it's rare. It's just that they know that it happens only in older trees that are like at least 100 or 150 years old. Mm-hmm. So it only happens for older trees, but not all older tree has that. So it's a pretty rare thing, and it's just I guess it's a like abnormality, like just within the tree. It just gets like, it's a light colored tree. Usually persimmon trees are very light, whitish color, and it's just like this disease of a black just happens inside.
I see.
But it just looks amazing. It gives you such a interesting character to the tree.
And the variation actually is quite wild, right?
Yeah.
So there really are no two handles that are alike. Sometimes you get a little bit more of a gradient tone. Sometimes you get more extreme. Sometimes you get it more extreme on the left and right. Sometimes it's a little bit more even throughout. So it comes in a lot of different forms here, and it's a really, really beautiful handle. And that Burmese rosewood also, just look at that wood. It's really, really quite beautiful.
This is taken from the burl of the wood, so it just have this very interesting like marble,
looks like knots.
Yeah.
And then again that water splash finish.
Yeah. So because of the water splash finish, it's kind of hard to see the stamp, like the debossing of how we stamped the logo and all of that. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like if you don't really particularly want those things on there, then this one's just kind of stealthy.
Yeah.
And if you look at it close enough, you can see it.
Yeah.
That it's there too.
But it's not really wet, but it does certainly look wet.
And it's not going to slip out of your hands because it is quite grippy.
Yeah. So there you have it. 3 new knives launched today. Venomous Teddy writes, I was naughty and bought the black persimmon knife today. It's a good knife. It's a good knife. What knives do we have here?
We have all the older ones.
Yeah.
If you want to review them.
Yeah, we can talk about them. We have a couple here.
Okay.
Lee H writes, hey B, with the Indigo water drop knife, are the water drops like 3D bubbles or is it a flat image? No, they're very 3D. They're very 3D. Okay, this was, I guess...
That was a good one.
This one was the brass handle one, I guess.
So it's the Indigo enamel one.
Yeah.
Everything we're going to show is sold out already.
Yeah, these are all gone.
But this one's like a brass handle, but with the enamel, indigo colored enamel outside. So enamel is going to fade away as you scratch the surface or just, rub it. And so it's kind of like a fading knife.
Yeah, fading knife.
That was a very good one.
Do we have an original brass one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, this one was cool too. Sorry, we have samples.
This one's it's a little bigger one that we got the samples of, but
I guess that, and then they coated it with the indigo,
right.
And then we scratched it to test it out there. So that's there. Do we have any brass ones left on the website?
I think
just regular brass.
Yesterday there was 3 left.
They might have been sold out by now.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, we're always gonna make more of these. I think they're really fun to make.
Yeah, the brass one we had though on Tatenyogo last time was is like a mark, like
unbranded
it's marked
one.
with Higanokami, but not with
Naked and Famous stuff.
Yeah.
No,
it's sold out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They sell fast, these knives. Yeah. It was something that we were not we kind of just made them, and then the demand for them just it was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we kind of made a bunch that I was like, oh, maybe these are too expensive, so we shouldn't make that many.
Yeah.
And it's those are the ones who goes fast because we didn't make that many.
So,
this one is.
Oh yeah, this was the cherry wood wrapped brass handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool one. Yeah. So it's like a wood veneer that went on top of a brass handle. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's the cherry tree bark. And it is like an old school, like a Japanese craft thing. So like they kind of just, experimented with that.
Yeah.
We did the regular blade one. And then after that, we also did a Damascus blade version of this using the same handle.
Yeah. You see, friction folder. It's got the thumb, so you hold it like this. And yeah. There you have it. Nice little handy pocket knife. Wood warp, brass weft. Yeah, you got it. Austin Fletcher, I picked up a rosewood knife today. Looking forward to the knife fades. LOL. Yeah, I mean, having a knife is just a nice little thing to have. Especially, I think there's certainly a lot of history here. We went to the factory, and we did a tour. And the owner of it's a very, very small facility, family owned, family run, and just the amount of handwork for everything is incredible. And actually, here's a little preview of...
So we haven't decided what we're going to do next. So maybe we can take a little
take a little poll here. Yeah. So while we were there, I wanted to do some more like stealthy, like matte style finished knives. So maybe this is the next future projects. But what do you guys think here? So there's like this matte steel, which I think would make a really, really cool handle. So we've got matte brass. So you can see that brass next to like the shiny brass. So I think that'll make a really cool one, especially like you pair it up with that dark blade. Hold on here, like something like that. No wait.
I don't think we have the dark.
We don't have the dark blade, but yeah, if we can match it with like a really, really dark blade. I think it'll look cool. And then we've got like these mil spec type, matte.
Yeah. I think we should go all the way black.
Yeah. Right?
Sounds cool.
So I think that'll look really cool. That just looks like so cool. It looks like something like an army style. All black. But I do like this silver kind of gunmetal, right?
Yeah.
So the matte finishes look great. That brass matte is gorgeous. So yeah, we will have more knives on the way, of course. For us, it's definitely not denim, but I think somebody on an Instagram comment wrote, and I forgot to write back, but what's the fascination between like denim and knives? And I don't know. I think there's a certain like the EDC, like the everyday carry type community, raw jeans, boots, coffee. Like there's a lot of kind of crossover in these realms where I think it's a lot of guys, and it's mostly guys, who just are fascinated by like the best of stuff.
And
right?
like simple stuff that is slightly different. Like everybody has jeans, everybody has knives.
Yeah.
But like they're just like, but mine's like actually better.
Yeah, right.
I think that's the mentality.
What I like about the EDC community in general is that everyone's picky enough where they're like, without having to be like like for someone getting into knives or like flashlights or whatever it is, you can jump into it and there's already like a group kind of consensus among the enthusiasts that like these are good things. So like without having to do a ton of research on my own, I'm able to say, okay, well this is the everyday flashlight that I should get, right? And it's not going to be sometimes it's not cheap. Sometimes there's like the budget friendly, this is the best option. But yeah, I think as guys, we're always intrigued by, details. And so whether it's details and when there's something simple that can be made in such a, beautiful way, I think that intrigues us even more. And that's, I think for denim, I think that really is the story of it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's in essence a very simple product, right?
Especially raw denim.
Yeah,
Like there isn't much like room for design, or traditionally there wasn't much room for design.
Right.
But like.
And traditionally it was just mass, right? It was just, this is work clothes. You know, like, we're not really thinking about making this in a artisanal, you know, type of way. You know, in the early days of denim, it wasn't like, oh, well, you need to make the most beautiful and use the best cotton. It's just like, no, pump it out. Pump it out. People are going to wear it. They're going to beat it up. This is, you know, jeans to, you know, do chores in and work in and that type of thing.
But also, like, just the beauty of, like, simpler times where, like, the long-lastingness was the quality.
Yes.
Whereas nowadays, it's like nobody's going to wear the same jeans for 10 years or 20 years.
That's
like,
not the expectation.
Or like, not like 10 years, but in terms of like every day doing manual labor.
Yeah.
And so like, it just like our priority in terms of quality has changed.
Yeah.
And we live in this modern times, but we also appreciate that it's like, long lastingness.
Yeah,
it's still a good quality.
Right.
It
So like we emphasize on those types of ideals while, you know, while trying to make something that is actually premium, you know, using the best materials, the best dyes, that type of thing. So with all that knowledge, I think it captures a certain audience.
Right.
And Carl is in the chat. Carl Murawski in the house, everybody. Tell us about that plaid jacket you're wearing. So this... I mentioned earlier in the stream, I don't remember if I talked about it or not, but this is the new work shirt coming for fall winter 23, but I think we're going to be changing our spring production to this fit. So let me explain what we're doing here. So let's take a look what I got on. So for the most part, it looks like our previous work shirt. Got the two pockets in the front, you know, straight bottom all around, but it's much more oversized now. In the past, our work shirt was, I would say, felt more like a
shirt.
Yeah, shirt, like an officer shirt. It was straight, but it was a little too slim in the body for you to really layer it up.
Like you can wear a t-shirt underneath, but you couldn't wear a sweatshirt underneath.
Yeah, you couldn't wear a hoodie or something.
Or like
underneath.
You have to size up for that.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people were a little confused by it in the sense that, you know, I think more with a, you know, as a like a shacket type item, it was hard to layer. So if you were a medium, you bought a medium, it felt more like a shirt, very light layering, that's it. If you wanted to layer with it, you had to go up a size or maybe you had to go up 2 sizes depending on how much you want to get under there. So I wanted to expand this fit out to the point where when you buy it in your normal size, you can get a hoodie under there, right? So that's what I've got, a Wonder Looper 701 GSM double heavyweight hoodie under here. So super heavyweight hoodie. I got my jacket on, my new work shirt on. It fits great, you know, accommodates for everything in the sleeve. It's not tight, it doesn't bunch. And this is also going to be more of a unisex fit going forward in the sense that like we're starting from double extra small and going up to double extra large. So even if you wanted to get a denim jacket under here, I think you're going to be able to do it just fine. I don't have any buttons here, but it will have buttons for production. So we're probably going to switch the fit over starting this spring into this fit, so it's more shackety. Anyway, we'll have the measurements up on the website. I think the photos on the website are from the previous fit samples, but they'll be updated when the production comes in. I have to also double check whether or not we're running with the previous fit or this fit for spring, but I think we're switching it out. Also, another update for spring, but I don't have the sample here yet, but the Aloha shirt is also seeing an update. So the samples that we made for the spring-summer production was the old fit. We are updating the fit for Spring 23 production. It's going to be longer in the body and wider in the body and longer in the sleeve. Yeah. So it was, if you were very trim, I think it was a good fit. But I think if you were not trim, it sometimes felt a little small. You definitely had to size up. A lot of people definitely had to size up on that one. So,
or like, I mean, I think a part of it was like we kind of meant for it to be like worn open
Yeah.
or whatever, but it's like not everybody does that,
Yeah.
obviously. And the sleeves were definitely on the shorter side.
Yeah.
So we
So-
changed that.
Yeah, it's going to be a better fit. And again, if you want it to be a little bit more fitted, the sleeve to be a little shorter for you, you could size down. I think the benefit is if you get it in your size, it's going to be a little oversized. So you have options. So you can size it down if you want to. Or again, with the sleeves, you just roll them up or something
Yeah.
like that. You're going to be good. It's going to be great. So this is coming. The production's supposed to be coming soon. I know when I just left the Montreal showroom, our pattern maker had the fit sample, and it was a good fit. So we're doing a few changes here at Naked and Famous Denim Land. A lot of stuff is getting a little bit bigger. So, yeah.
I think everybody wants. I think the world is, expecting a little bit
Yeah.
bigger. It's just
Yeah.
the way of the things.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. There's just also like we're seeing a bigger, we're seeing a lot more attention in our bigger sizes in general. So like 36, 38, 40, 42, 44. Like we're one of the few brands that even offers above a 38. We go up to 44, and maybe because we offer that, we are bringing in a new audience of people. And if our tops are too slim, then it's harder to accommodate for everybody. But if they're a little bit more generous, it's easier to size down just a bit if you want a more fitted look, or you can wear things a little bit more oversized. But I do feel that like I'm not a particularly big guy, but I think this fits me. I really appreciate this fit and the way that it works.
I mean, it's just like the everybody's eyes are used to like a bigger sizing nowadays. Like not a lot of people wear tight clothing like 20 years ago.
Yeah. So we'll make a video and everything when this stuff comes out. Carl, if you I know you're a fan of our work shirts, maybe we can get you one of these to try out. But yeah, there's some changes afoot, and I think that's all going to be for the best. Noscos BBQ writes, great looking shirt, can't wait. Thank you very much. Francisco Michael, as a 40-42 man, I really appreciate it. Tito writes, love the inclusivity. Why did I say that? What did I try to say?
I don't know.
Inclusivity. I'm like, that's not a word. I'm like, inclusivity. That's a good word. I don't know why I'm fixated on that. Anyways, appreciate it. Yeah, we have that, and then we have, ultimately, we will have the true guy out this season. So, bear with us.
It's on the schedule. I saw it.
Yeah, it's on the schedule.
Yeah.
Bear with us. It's coming. Orlog writes, fits that are a bit more boxy without the sleeves or body length increasing are always great. Without the sleeves or body length increasing. Well, the Aloha shirt body length is definitely increasing. I think it's going to be appreciated. I think a lot more people are going to be able to get to the Aloha shirt because of that. Little Pero writes, what's the brown jacket hanging in the back? Looks cool. That's your jacket, Risa.
That is my shot.
Yeah.
B3?
B3 jacket. This is
the woman's one.
Yeah.
They had the woman's version of this
I'll get mine.
iconic jacket, and I got excited and I bought it. And then, I love it. I wear it all the time because it is really, really warm. It is pretty bulky and heavy, but it is really, really warm. The only thing that I didn't like about this is because I don't know if it's because it's the woman's or it just maybe just happened that way. But my shirring, the white part is a lot wider than
mine.
Men's jacket. I like this brown. It's very different.
Yeah. That said, I actually was writing with Schott yesterday, and we had ordered these for the store. We did just get the black ones in right before Christmas, but we were waiting for the brown ones to be restocked, and we're getting our restock probably in a week. So this is finally coming back.
Yeah, it's such a good.
Yeah.
It's so like warm.
It's
you never go with it.
It's an iconic jacket,
Yeah.
and I really, really enjoy this silhouette. I enjoy this look. One thing I have to say about the Schott jackets are the price performance. They're really absolutely the best price performance. Not only are they the inventors of these jackets, they're still made in America, made by the same family, still family run.
Super quality leather.
And
Surely.
you know, if you look in designer world for an equivalent quality looking jacket, you're looking to pay 3 or 4 times the price. So the price performance on these are great. They're going to last forever. We're very, very big fans of Schott. And so we carry some at the store at Tate and Yoko. We own them. I own this jacket. Risa owns this jacket. Garrett owns this jacket. I think Garrett's girlfriend owns this jacket. Like, it is... We're big fans of this jacket at Tate and Yoko.
I kind of want the black one too.
Yeah, right. So that's it. Yeah, just our Schott jackets. We're Schott lovers here. Okay. Francisco Michael writes, I wish I knew the best way to get my Schott sleeves tailored to fit nicer since I don't ride. Yeah, you know, every city tends to have like a good leather alteration place.
Maybe,
yeah, I would do some calls, or maybe call or send Schott an email themselves, and they might have a recommendation for you of where you can get that done. So yeah. Nick Carpenter. Hey, Nick. I work for Schott NYC. We just sent you a package of these jackets to Tate and Yoko today. Nice. Well, there you go, Nick. Thanks for tuning in. You know what? The other day, Brandon mentioned to me that Nick from Schott watches, and he said he liked it, and I forgot to shout you out. But anyways, thanks for tuning in here, Nick. We're big fans. Nick Carpenter writes, Schott does alterations. Well, there you go. If you have any Schott questions, ask Nick. He's gonna help you out. Santiago writes, Naked Famous times Schott would be pretty wild. Yeah, it would be. To be fair, we've had that conversation before. I think it's just a matter of timing. What I personally really want is a suede denim jacket. Oh, yeah. So yeah, if we can get like a brown suede, but I think even cooler would be like an indigo suede.
Yeah.
Or a like a green suede.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can talk about it, Nick. We can figure it out. But yeah, they won't be inexpensive, but they will be. But they will be a good value.
Yeah. And I think we have enough people who are into both brands or both worlds.
Yeah, that it could happen. So
also people at Schott are so nice.
They're very nice.
So very nice.
Yeah, we always have a good time with them. Francisco Michael, I'm drooling at the thought of an indigo suede. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Me too.
It'd be pretty cool. A suede denim jacket, like the cut of a denim jacket, but suede. Oh Lord, great. Yeah. I really want one, and Anyways, we'll it'll probably eventually happen. Probably eventually. Daryl Hands writes, rough out leather would be so cool too. Absolutely. Okay. Little Pero writes, just check the price. We'll have to save up for that one. LOL. Might get as a Christmas gift to myself. Yeah. Look, I mean, Schott, you pay for the quality, but there's no question that it is cheaper than all the alternatives. It is so well priced. You know, when I'm looking at some of these other leather jackets out, look, you know, there's a lot of great leather jackets out there. I'm not trying to put anybody down, right? But if you really just look at any designer brand and the quality of the leather jacket versus what Schott is putting out there, it's unmatched. Unmatched. Your jaws will drop if you see what, you know, the runway shows would like those types of brands would charge for a jacket like this.
Yeah.
your brain will explode.
Oh, what they charge for a raw denim
Yeah,
jeans.
even yes, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with leather, I think it's even more so that the quality difference is pretty apparent. Like, low end leather is a low end leather. Like it's yeah. So, and also, if we ever actually work on this project, you guys will be the first to know because it will take a certain amount of time, and then we can't keep our secrets. So.
Yeah, I can't keep any secrets. Yeah. You guys know everything first thing.
Just,
so
yeah.
Zach Cardenas writes, just pulled out my milk denim from the first drop. Didn't realize how faded they were. I think I'm gonna go for some dirty fade strong guys next. Right on. Yeah, when I was in New York, let's just recap the trade shows. Okay. So I was away on a month trip to do our fall winter 2023 tour. So this is where our retailers, our retail partners, people who are interested in carrying Naked Famous Denim, this is where they'll get to see the collection in person. Mm-hmm. So over the last 2-3 years, obviously with the pandemic and with travel restrictions, we were not showing in person. Right. So we just went back to showing in person last summer, where I did get COVID on the trip, which was fun. We both got COVID, so that was fun.
But we did just the New York and Las Vegas shows.
Yeah. So this time, it was our first time back to Europe. We were in Paris. We haven't seen a lot of our European retailers in a very, very, very long time. So it was good to see them in person. We opened up some new accounts. Germany, I felt, was really receptive. There was a lot more. Usually at the Paris shows, I felt that there were. It was a lot of Paris, a lot of Japan, a lot of France, a lot of Japan, UK, but you didn't really get a lot of you get a little bit of the rest of Europe, but I felt like there was a lot of the rest of Europe this time.
I think because Paris won.
Yeah.
Berlin.
Yeah.
Because Berlin used to be a big trade show place.
Yeah.
We used to show at Berlin. We don't anymore. Yeah, I don't think it's...
Berlin, there's still a show there, but it's just not what it used to be.
Yeah.
In the olden days, we're not that old, but there used to be a show called Bread and Butter Berlin. And this trade show would bring in over 1 million people to Berlin over 1 week. It was a gigantic trade show event. I mean,
it was a spectacle.
Yeah, the venue was a place called Tempelhof Airport.
It's an old airport.
Yeah, it's beautiful building, humongous, and every brand in the world that you can imagine was showing there. Everything from Ralph Lauren and Converse and Diesel. And they would build these booths that were basically retail stores.
Better.
Yeah.
I remember there was a
water fountains and crazy
there was a
stuff.
hill with the grass, and I was why is there a hill here?
It was unbelievable, and so it would attract so many people. That trade show eventually folded, and Berlin was kind of. There were a couple of smaller shows going on, and they are still around.
Big,
But Paris Fashion Week, it won. Nothing is going to stop Paris. It's we'll talk about New York in a second, but a lot of people came to Paris this time. A lot of the Germans, maybe they thought, you know what, now's a good time to start traveling more so again. So we had a lot of Germans there. We had a lot of Americans coming. I think a lot of Americans decided, hey, we're going to skip New York. We're going to go to Paris instead because Paris is Paris. It's a nice,
I think everybody heard how, popping Paris was last summer. And then everybody was like, okay, then we go to Paris this time.
Yeah. So for our European customers, especially in Germany, you're going to see a few more retailers out there carrying Naked and Famous Denim. So right now, I'm still in the midst of wrapping up those orders and making sure everything's is kosher with all that stuff. So we did Paris, great show. It was in a place called Place Vendôme, which is a very, very beautiful area. Our trade show, the Louis Vuitton flagship was there, and we were right next to the Ritz-Carlton and the Omega store and Grand Seiko, and me and Brandon are actually, sometimes I'm organized, but sometimes I go with the flow. I know where the venue is, but I don't really look into anything. So like we check into the hotel, and I'm like, okay, where are we going? Like, so we go, and I'm like, whoa, like these guys, this show is in a really fancy area here, right? And it was very nice. Brought in a lot of people, so the Paris show was great. And we wrapped up that, flew directly to New York. We did a show in New York. The same show, it's a trade show called Man Woman. And it's a lot of like, brands, independent brands, brands that are focused on quality. It's not mass market big brands showing at these shows. It's a lot of smaller companies that are, very focused on quality, that type of thing. And we did the same show in New York. I think the New York atmosphere was a lot less busy than Paris. I think the excitement was for Paris. I think, like you said, because the summer was so popping, everybody went there. So I feel like a lot of Americans decided, let's take a little holiday, go to Paris. We'll skip New York this season. So the atmosphere in New York was okay. I mean, we have our regular customers that we see, but it just wasn't as popping. The energy just wasn't there the same way that it was in France. We'll see how it is, next time. You never know. These things are kind of always up and down, right?
But also, like, you guys had the, like, a meetup at the store in New York. Yeah. So that's a benefit of going to New York.
That's
because,
true.
We have a home.
We have a home base. I got to see a lot of familiar faces. Obviously, got to see our staff. Nate, who used to work for us. He used to work at Blue Owl a long time ago. He was in town, so we got to see Nate as well. So it was a little reunion, and we got to meet a lot of great customers. So we had a really, really nice time in New York. After that, we were back to Montreal for a couple days. I did the live stream with Garrett and Terry and Vince. So it's good to be back on home ground for a little while, just seeing what's going on in Montreal. And then we went to a show in Chicago. This is actually my first time in Chicago. I just got back Thursday evening from Chicago. I have to say, from my impressions of Chicago, I was left with a very very high impression. What I knew about Chicago was the scary things I saw on television, and I say when I go back to North America, sometimes there's a little bit of like reverse culture shock because in Japan, there's just a lot of the cultural norms here. You just really start to appreciate them. The subways, everything's clean and nice. Like, when I mean clean, I mean really clean. Like, there's no trash anywhere. There's no graffiti. When I say none, I might be exaggerating by like 0.1% because you will probably see a sticker or a graffiti somewhere. But, I mean, it doesn't exist. And then when you get onto like a subway car in Montreal, it's like there's spilt drinks on the floor and stuff. Like, it's not the worst, but it's just, you immediately see it. And when you live in that, and I lived in Montreal for a long time, I used to think like, oh, this is not bad. I
remember when the Montreal like metro cars like got
changed.
Updated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still probably half and half, but like our line got updated, so it's like all the cars were brand new, and it was
clean.
Yeah. And I was like, oh wow, this is great.
Yeah.
And then like in Japan, that happens every like 2 years. Like it's like that literally just happened. Oh, this car I've never seen before. Yeah. And so there's a lot more mix. There's older ones, but you really don't see like dirty.
And nobody has etched their initials into the glass. Like that is, So like I'm sure some of you who live in cities who have big metro systems are just kind of used to this, but when just being in Japan for this long, like, I get accustomed to this, and when I go back, I'm just like, what is going on here?
You're often disappointed.
Yeah.
But then you went to Chicago.
Yeah, but then I went to Chicago with the expectation of like New York, right? And New York's a wonderful city. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of the character of New York there, and I thought oh man, it's all this stuff I see on Chicago. What am I gonna experience here? Like literally, I didn't bring a watch on that trip because I was like, oh, I'm going to New York and Chicago. I don't want to get into any mix-ups here.
Yeah.
I have, to be fair, I knew other people who were on the same tour who told me the exact same thing, and even
But it's also the fact that New York and Chicago, to an extent, is like also like one of the like richest people also go there and do business. So
that said, got to Chicago, so clean. I couldn't believe how clean the streets were. Mind you, I was in maybe a more businessy type of area and everything like that, but boy, I was like, the architecture is beautiful. The streets are clean. Like, I didn't really feel, unsafe at all. Everyone was nice. Everywhere we went, people were nice. We went to some nice restaurants, had the great steak.
Didn't have any deep dish?
We did have a Chicago deep dish. I forget the name of the place we went to.
Was it good?
It was okay.
I'm never a fan of deep dish pizza. It's too bready.
There's too much of it, and I feel like I'm eating a pie.
Yes.
I'm basically eating pizza pie.
Well,
yes.
It's a pizza pie. But it's just more of like it's not like a casual snack.
Yeah. The restaurant we went to, so Brandon and I sit down, and we just finished the trade show, and we're like, okay, we just need a quick snack because we want to go and hang out with one of our friends, and we sit down and we both order, and then the waiter tells us, yeah, it's gonna be like 30-40 minutes for the pizza. Is that okay? And we're like, we're already sitting down, so I guess it's okay. But yeah, it wasn't like something that's gonna pop out in 15 minutes, So it took a while, but anyways, it was tasty. And look, if I have the choice between a New York style pizza or a Chicago pizza, I'm going New York 100% of the time.
It's not a pizza though.
Yeah, it's different.
Deep dish is not a pizza. I don't know why they call it pizza.
It's the same ingredients as pizza,
right?
But it's like calling it like a
It's calzone pizza.
Yeah, it's like a right. It's a calzone pizza.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. It's different. Similar taste, but different. Dusty Radtal writes, some say Chicago deep dish isn't pizza, but a cheese casserole. Sure.
Cheese casserole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Orlog writes, speaking of Chicago, check out the show The Bear. Pizza in squares deep. Oh wait, The Bear. I got confused. Speaking of Chicago, check out the show The Bear. Really good show based on Chicago. Well, I'll check it out. Francisco Michael writes, real Chicago style pizza is thin crust tavern pizza in squares. Deep dish is just touristy.
Oh,
all right.
Well, nobody outside of Chicago knows that, I don't think.
Right, maybe not. Square pizza, if you're from Canada, I think Pizza is like a national chain of, their pizzas, it's a chain pizza.
Did it start from them?
No, but when you would order a party pizza, it would come in a big, and you would get like a big giant rectangle, it would come in squares.
Yeah.
And
I remember having the square pizza for the first time in Japan. I think from Domino's or Nutella or whatever, and I just thought like, wow, this is phenomenal. I don't have to have crust. I always leave the crust, and it's like I don't need a crust anymore.
My first experience with square pizza was definitely like pizza parties in grade school, or like going to a family party or whatever, and somebody ordered pizza, and that was it.
It's pretty phenomenal. I like that.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like it. Okay, Chris Noel, coming to New York City from Japan must be culture shock. Every day is trash day, and it constantly smells like urine. Yes. It's
there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Of each city, but if you like things clean,
Japan is really it's really something. I'm not saying Japan is perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's just dirty parts of Tokyo too, but
it's pretty
general,
close to perfect.
Like,
like there are no garbage cans in Japan, guys. Do you realize that like a public garbage can doesn't exist?
Which bothers a lot of people. It bothers me.
Yeah. But. Like and even with that, there isn't a McDonald's like coffee cup on the ground. Like, just in front of Tate and Yoko, like there will be just from the wind and the, garbage that's around. Like we're in Montreal and there's like a Tim Hortons down the street. Just like the Tim Hortons garbage is somehow in front of our store all the time, right? Yeah. It just blows around and this and that. And there's public garbage cans. There's literally, well, I don't know if that garbage can is still there. Sometimes it catches on fire.
They might sometimes move it.
But
yeah, it's right there, but the garbage is right here. Yeah. It's like you couldn't take that 5 steps towards the garbage can to throw that.
So
yeah, also like speaking of the subways, like like just the amount of like garbage and like dirt that gets onto the metro, even though like the ridership probably is like 1% of Tokyo's metro. Like it's like there's you can always sit in Montreal metro.
Yeah.
In Tokyo it's very rare that you can sit. It's just.
And I remember just one day I was coming home from work in Montreal, riding the metro, and I get off the train. The station is, look, to be fair, it's winter, so it's like obviously it's gonna be slushy and dirty and stuff. So fine, I will excuse that. But like there was a fire extinguisher thrown on the tracks, and like I was coming up, and like somebody decided that, very, very dangerous, and like one of these like metal hand sanitizing stations was like completely busted open, and I'm just, as I walk like every 30 feet, and there's just like some other disaster going on, and I'm like, it's
vandalism.
Yeah. It's a lot, especially when you're paying so much money per ride, right? Like
Tokyo's metro is more expensive than Montreal metro.
Yeah, I guess, but
it depends.
It depends on your distance. But anyhow, that said, I can rag on cities all I want. That said, Japan's very nice, so please come and visit. I encourage you all to do that.
You had a very nice trip.
I had a very nice trip. Chicago was great. We met a lot of great people. We got to see our regular customers. We picked up a few new accounts there as well. So you'll see a couple new retailers joining that retailer list on nakedfamousdenim.com in the near future. So overall, good trip, whirlwind trip. I'm still catching up from a lot of, emails and things like that. So if you're one of our retail partners wondering why I haven't responded to your email yet, I will very soon. But yeah, that's how it goes with basically our wholesale side of things. We do these shows, we show the collection, collect orders. Now we're in the next 2 weeks. We basically just have to wrap up all the orders. Check in with customers who maybe haven't submitted their orders yet, see what's going on there. Luckily for us, all of the production for the fabric we already did. So going into fall, we should have everything ready on time or early. Now, I would say in 2 weeks or so, we're going to, once we've wrapped up fall orders, we're going to have to start developing spring collection, which we already started kind of doing before Christmas. Now we're just going to, finalize everything.
Yeah, we're in the process of what's possible, out of all the ideas that we have, can this be done?
Yeah.
If we can, how is it gonna look like? Yeah. All of that stuff. So we're still eliminating and adding.
Yeah.
I guess.
But. And so at that point we're ordering sampling of fabric. So if it's a purely new development, there's yarns, there's fabrics to develop and weave, and so there's lead times involved in that. We need to have fabrics in our hands by the end of May. Maybe even a little bit earlier, so that we have samples for the end of June, and then end of June, July is when trade show season for Spring Summer 24 starts happening. So you can see our timeline is very, it's very quick in a lot of ways. That stuff needs to be done, and there's a lot of stuff to be done. So with that, because there's so much to be done, going forward, I'm going to scale down the collection a little bit more. Just so that we have more breathing room. Unless we can hire a bunch more people, which we're always looking for people. I think we just need to. Yeah, sometimes we make a lot of releases. I know that, and I think this past fall was some of our still catching up from COVID stuff, and just with the amount of stuff that we're putting out, like it's a lot. So I'm gonna scale it down just a little bit so that we have a little bit more room to breathe, get everything out on time.
Yeah, and just like the really sell and communicate what is good about like each product we make, and that's kind of a sad thing when we have a good product that we don't have, like we can't put time and effort into promoting them or like talking about them because they're good, but nobody knows that. Then that's just kind of goes to waste.
So
or like things like this. It just doesn't get made.
It didn't get made. So I want to make sure that everything gets done timely, nicely. We've got the best communication, best videos, best information that we can put out there. So I'm not saying we're going to scale back a lot, but we're going to just focus a little bit more. The shirt collection is going to be a little bit tighter going forward. Seasonal Naked and Famous, maybe, instead of doing like 12 or 14 releases, it might be down to like 10, 8, 10, something like that.
Don't worry, we're not going out of business.
Yeah, we're not going out of business.
We're not having trouble like that, but we do think that it's focusing a little bit more is going to be to everybody's benefit.
Yeah. Even with 8, just if we were to do 8 releases a season, that's still a hell of a lot more than what else is happening out there.
On scale.
Yeah. So anyhow, that's that. BD writes, went to Copperstown, New York many years ago, and we got a round pizza that was cut in a grid. It was weird to see.
I've seen that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that, especially when it's really, really thin.
Yeah, if you get the middle pieces, it's fine. But if you get like a pieces, really weird, like just mostly crust pieces.
Olorg writes, Pizza Nova square pizza somehow tastes better than regular pizza. Pizza Nova is another Canadian pizza chain.
I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah, there's a song that was always in the. I don't know. They have like 444 something Pizza Nova. Anyway.
Is it still?
Oh, they're still around. Yeah, but they're definitely not as big as Pizza. Pizza in Canada definitely won the pizza war. Their Domino's certainly is up there, but
Domino's, Pizza, Caesars.
They're not as big. Yeah, it's like it's got to be Pizza. It's got to be number 1. Domino's is definitely number 2. Pizza Hut isn't really a thing in Canada. I remember, like, as far as delivery goes, it was when I was a kid, like, the traditional Pizza Hut locations, like, family style restaurant. Pizza Nova, there's a smaller chain called like Double Double. Yeah. 2-for-1 pizza. Anyways, if you're from Ontario or Toronto, then you definitely know these. 2-for-1 pizza. 2-for-1. I used to go to, in high school, there used to be a 2-for-1 pizza and a Double Double right next to me. And I feel like I spent a little more time at Double Double because they had arcade machines in there.
All right.
Yeah.
Double Double, as in like double the sauce, double the cheese or whatever?
I think most of the, like 2-for-1 pizza was like 2 slices for the price of 1. And Double Double, I think that was kind of their shtick too. It was like, $2.50 for like 2 slices and a pop. Like, the good old
Canadians with double doubles.
Yeah. Double doubles. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. For those who don't know, who are not Canadian, if you go into a Tim Hortons coffee shop, the most classic order is a double double. Like when you go in, can I get a double double? And that's like a coffee with 2 cream and 2 sugar. Which, by the way, is way too much cream and way too much sugar. But, yeah. If you go into a Tim Hortons, you're like, can I get a medium double-double and a pack of Timbits? And you'll pay for it with 2 toonies. That is a sentence. That is an actual Canadian sentence.
Very, as Canadian as it gets.
It's very Canadian. Anybody want to explain what toonies and Timbits are? Go for it in the chat. Okay. Oh Lord, don't forget Mama's Pizza. LOL. Mama's Pizza. Am I missing something? Maybe. You're gonna have to explain that one. There's probably a Mama's Pizza somewhere. But Christian Paraguayan, is Pizza not Little Caesars? LOL. It's not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's
just
definitely
Little Caesars
yeah,
say
yeah,
Pizza.
yeah.
Pizza is a difference.
Toronto pizza chain, Mama's Pizza. Maybe I'm not familiar with Mama's Pizza. I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up after.
Is Pizza Hut still in Japan? That's a good question.
I feel like it is.
It might be, but like in Japan, Domino's,
Yeah.
decently like
Available.
everywhere. Pizzala,
Yeah.
I think Pizzala and
Domino's.
Pizza Hut. They're kind of like in my head. It's kind of interchangeable.
I see.
Sometimes because they both have red logo. Like,
right.
I can't really tell,
Yeah.
but I think Pizzala is winning the battle there.
Yeah.
I feel Domino's. I think is
They're the
actually
dominant.
Yeah.
For sure.
Though I mean, like any of these are really like not a thing like Domino's in the States
yeah.
or Canada.
No, it's
just-
not like the amount of like delivery pizza here is not the same level as North
And it's
America.
so expensive.
So expensive.
It's just like it's a luxury.
Yeah. And like their medium pizza is smaller than a North American small. Like it is
Yeah.
it is ridiculous.
And it just doesn't feel like luxury. Like if you're gonna spend like $25 on a like a pizza pie, you want to go to a restaurant and have like a proper Italian style pizza because that's more luxurious in our head than like just these
Delivery pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Although I do see the benefit of delivery pizza because it's very different. It's more junk food like,
Yeah.
and they put like you can put a lot of things that you don't see on North American delivery pizzas, like
corn mayo.
shrimps. Like there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of like they put like a teriyaki chicken, or they put like
Yeah.
a lot of things that like you never maybe that nowadays
Yeah.
you see in North America, but like nobody just orders pepperoni.
Yeah.
It's just-
Look up Japanese Domino's later on and you'll also then the prices. And it's insane. Yeah. Nicholas Viplu writes, I just make my own pizza. Hand making the dough is pretty easy.
So that's not
I'm
bad.
with you. When I left North America, the thing that I missed the most was
Good pizza.
good pizza. So
Yeah.
I bought an Oni pizza oven, and I learned how to make dough. I learned how to make sauce. I learned how to make everything. I even figured out where to get San Marzano tomatoes for the sauce now. And I think I make a decent pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the pizza that you make because it's not. I personally prefer Italian style pizza
Uh-huh.
than American. Like very like American pizzas are too bread
Okay.
and whatever you make is kind of like in the middle.
It's pretty thin but
Yeah.
crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, I like pizza. Okay. Francisco Michael, I bought an Oni today. You'd better be talking about the oven brand. LOL. Yeah, an Uni. OONI pizza oven. Yeah, they make these really good wood pellet and like gas stove like small pizza ovens. They're not particularly expensive either. Like I think ours was like $300, and I would say that if I had to get I have the one that's with the wood pellets. It's difficult to use because it's very hard to manage the temperature. If I were to get one again, I would 100% recommend getting the gas one. 100%. I would not even waste my time with the wood one. You definitely want the gas one because there's too much variation with that wood, and just managing that fire, very annoying. I want to turn it on. It's good to go.
Yeah, especially because you're not like pumping out like 5 pizzas. You're making 1 or 2 pizzas.
Right.
Like it's a lot of work for just that.
Yeah, if you're right, if you just want to make a couple, it's so like it's great if you have a bunch of people over and you're going to be spending like time outside
Yeah.
doing it. But yeah, it can be difficult.
Completely off topic.
Yeah, completely off topic. Pierre Moreau writes, have to use Tipo 00 flour, dude. I found a place also where I have 00 flour. It's not so easy to find all these ingredients in Japan, by the way.
It took some time.
It took some
There's
time.
always like a specialty store. We just have to look for it.
Yeah. So there you go. Luke Saimi writes, hi, the best team from Thailand. Welcome. Okay. Santiago writes, going back to leather jackets, and since you guys live in Japan, do you have an opinion on experience with real McCoys? I don't have any experience with them at all. I think one time Brandon and I met the owner like at a denim event, just in passing, but that was it. Yeah, no real experience.
Yeah.
If you're looking,
their stores are cool.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it was their store that had like the boat inside with like all the Louis Vuitton luggage. Was that?
Perhaps.
I forget which store it was. It might have been a real McCoy store, and they had like this wooden boat inside, and they had just trunks and trunks of like old Louis Vuitton luggage, and like the display was like just this boat overflowing with luggage, and I'm like, holy crap! Like that's pretty cool.
Always really cool.
And the guy in the store was like, yeah, that's the owner's personal collection. I'm like, owner's got a lot of money. But yeah, no, not any real experience, unfortunately. But yeah, they make some pretty nice leather jackets. I'm still very much a Schott guy when it comes to my leathers.
Well, because like it's just like cost performance wise. Like real McCoy, they do make very nice things, but their price is very
you're gonna pay a lot for it. Which look, the reality is it's like a Ferrari is expensive, but you get the Ferrari, right? So if you want the Ferrari, cost it, and then you have it. And look, I don't want to play the like, you could have got a similar performance vehicle for half the price. The NSX versus the Ferrari debate. Yeah, but Ferrari is Ferrari, right? Yeah. Like, it is what it is. So I get it. It's not always about like, it's not always about getting the most for your money. Sometimes there's the ride is important. Right. What comes with it is important. It might be more important to you than to others. So yeah, I'm not putting anybody down in that respect. Okay. I want to show you guys a couple of spring 23 items that we've got coming up very, very soon. And then we can do a little bit of snack time. Oh. Because I did bring something from America. Nice. From America. Okay. So next Friday, so we just released the knives today. Next Friday, we're coming out with these. This is the recycled denim stone blue lightweight version. So we did a denim just like this, I think it was 2 years ago. And it was 14 ounce. This one's coming in at 11 ounce. So a little bit lighter, and you've got this great light blue toned raw denim. And this color is achieved not through bleaching or washing or anything like that.
Or not even dyeing.
Right. So basically what we do is we take the offcuts from denim. So whenever you're producing jeans, you're cutting the fabric, and then there's always like these little strands that are too small to do anything with. We take that, we chop it up, and we blended it with organic cotton. So the color that was existing in those offcuts mixes in with the white cotton to make this very, very light blue tone. And you can see it's not a very uniform tone at all. If you look really close, you can see little dark spots in there as well. And so that's how we get this color.
Yeah. So it is like, how we don't like bleach or like wash our jeans. And for us, like we have done a lot of like light blue denim, but whenever we do light blue, like it's dyed light. Like
Yes.
it's made from yarns that are dyed like in couple dips of rope dyeing, not like the full the deep indigo dyeing. So it kind of tends to be uniform. But if you bleach like a dark denim to like bleach wash or like do some like washing things, then it would have the unevenness of the light blue, which like we could like express that with this. It's just it has the variation of light blue, which gives depth to the fabric. So we do love our light blue options. This is special in that way that it's not so uniformly light.
Yeah, it's not. It looks like a stone wash type of jean, but it is completely raw, and the way that we achieve that color, is very, very unique. So as far as fading concerns, you're not going to get too much fading here because this is not rope dyed. Now, parts of the cotton are rope dyed, so there will be a little bit of fading happening here.
It's still indigo that is producing this blue, so like things are going to like lighten up over time, but it's not going to be a fading where like you get a creases and like prominent fade.
You're not going to get a very, very high contrast from this. And to be fair, it's already very light. Like if you were to take a dark indigo jean and wear it for many, many, many years, you will. This is like kind of like the last color you are going to get. So
in parts of denim.
So it's already very light. You'll achieve some amount of variation with it, not a particularly high contrast fader. So this is, if you want to appreciate the light blue color, you want to have something light blue in the collection, but you want to stay true and raw, this is the way you can do that. So you've got that recycled cotton, organic cotton. The leather patch is a recycled leather as well, just to keep up with that theme. And recycled leather is basically parts of like offcuts of leather that are compressed and stamped down. I mean, it's not like a quote unquote premium leather by I'm not by any means. It's a byproduct leather, but it does match the rest of the denim. And if you do prefer a different leather patch, we do have the customization patch route that you can take as well. So different strokes for different folks, but a very eco-friendly and beautiful colored denim. Oh, and the vintage kind of pink.
This is the best part of this
Salvage ID. Yeah. So it's got that kind of 80s kind of wave look to it. Yeah. So I'm a big fan. This is going to be available in jeans and a jean jacket, and this will be available next Friday. Next Friday.
Women's too. Women's will be rinse washed.
Yeah.
Although, are they coming on Friday? That's a good question.
I don't know. I don't think they arrived yet. We'll verify for you soon. Okay, speaking of pink, I don't have an ETA on this delivery yet, but this is also coming out this fall. It's called the Dusty Rose Denim. Very, very cool. Yeah. Because it's not your typical raw denim at all. It is raw, but it is not rigid. There's no rigidness to this fabric at all. It's super soft. It's very, very comfortable to wear. And the color is it's just like this slightly more masculine side of pink, right? There's a little bit of brown kind of dusted into here that it gives it like this like kind of pastel-y soft tone that isn't, there are definitely more feminine looking pinks out there, but this one I wouldn't put it in that category. So I was really intrigued by this fabric, and I think it's a fun jean to wear, especially with the amount of ecru and like non-indigo denim kind of options. Like I just find that this shade paired with like some nice suede boots and like from the waist up like your typical denim outfit, like it's gonna look really, really cool. It's gonna look neat. Yeah. So Dusty Rose Denim does come in the men's, does come in the ladies, comes in the denim jacket, non-selvage. Yeah. But very, very soft and comfortable, and just maybe more of a statement piece. So
in the women's we have the overalls.
Yes. Yeah.
My favorite.
And the did we get the picture online yet of the I gotta find it. The ladies' overalls. The rose one.
I'm not sure if I did that yet.
Oh, women's overalls. Let's see. Oh, man. Yes, we do have it. Okay, guys, you got to check this out because this is really, really nice. 1 second. Browser window. So we have this also available in the ladies' overalls, and you can see just how cool that looks. What a great outfit. That fabric, the beauty of this fabric is that this is not printed. This is all Jacquard woven into the fabric. So this detail is super, super nice. You've got that crossback design here with the ladies' overalls. Yeah, so cool. 9.75 ounce denim.
And just so you know, if you haven't if you've tried like previous overalls, we have like modified the fit. So now we call it straight leg overalls. So straight overall. That's a wrong name.
Straight
leg. So like we made like the previous ones were like tapered. We made the rise higher, and then the legs straighter. So it's a little bit of a different fit.
Yeah,
but
much more improved fit. Mm-hmm. And so that's the dusty rose denim in the ladies overall, but it is available in men's and ladies. So and then there'll also be this guy here, the new Frontier denim.
This is also a great jean.
Great fabric.
I think it's going to
be
a hit.
Yeah, a lot of great options for the ladies coming down the pipeline. Look at that. It's beautiful Selvedge ID. Big fan of that. Okay, so let's head over here. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Venomous Teddy, will the double dirties be available in time for the Indigo Invitational? When is the new Indigo Invitational? I don't know.
April? Like we started this one in April, right?
Right. Okay.
Sometimes they have like a little bit of a time between.
Yeah, I'm gonna presume yes. A lot of fall.
April 1st,
spring.
It should be there. Yeah, I think double dirty is also coming. Like not the last ones of the spring release. I think it's on the like earlier ones.
Yeah.
So.
Writes W5 correctly writes, pink started off as a masculine color in the 1800s. This is true. I've read about this, that pink was the boys' color and blue was the girls' color. Not that, boys and girls own these colors in any way, but just, societal association. So yeah, I don't know how and why it changed. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that would make a great documentary.
Yeah, I would watch that.
But yeah, there you have it. BD writes, Dusty Rose in women's jeans. Yes. Yeah. So
classic only.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Emilio writes, Bezad, what's your favorite thing at Nakano Broadway? That's a good question. So Nakano Broadway.
I think your favorite thing changes.
It does.
Time to time.
It does.
Yeah.
So, just between me and you guys, because you're my friends, I'm going to tell you about Nakano Broadway. But I tend not to like.
I think the internet has.
The internet has let it out, but if you know much about Tokyo, not everybody, but most people know about Akihabara. Mm-hmm. Akihabara is like the central hub for like video games and anime and electronics and like nerd culture stuff, right? If you want computer parts, all the computer stores are there. If you want anime, all the anime stores are there. If you want video games, all the video game stores are there. They're all there.
Yeah.
And like maids and all that,
I think 80% of consumers that goes to Akihabara are men.
Yeah. It's you go there, it is
men.
It is a sausage fest. The only women who tend to be there are the maids. And Risa,
workers.
When I drag her there.
And the girlfriends and wives of men.
Yeah. So that said, there's another part of Tokyo which has, it's not as anime.
It's not the entire city.
Yeah.
It's not like Nakano as a city.
Yeah, it's a mall.
The area it's just one mall.
Yeah, and so this mall has a lot of like independent shops, and like there's a store, like a chain called Mandarake that they specialize in all things kind of vintage movies, vintage games, vintage books, toys. And they have a bunch of different locations, and there's a lot of toy stores and like anime type stores in this mall. But more recently, there's been a lot more luxury watch stores in this mall. So it's kind of like a weird mix of like nerd culture and then another part of nerd culture, which is like watch culture, which is less nerdy and more manly, but depends on whatever. I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole another spectrum of things. But I mean, there's a lot of luxury watch stores.
Yes, and all of a sudden too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it was just that. Like I mean, I'm sure there are like strong watch stores, and that's probably how it started.
Yeah.
But like in the past couple years,
it exploded. So if you want to buy any luxury watch, they have it. They have it ready, and they have it new. They have it secondhand. They got in whatever condition you want. They got it. They're ready to do business, and it's really quite impressive to see some of these stores. And yeah, I like browsing around those stores, even though I can't buy mostly anything in there. But it is fun to go and look at watches from time to time.
So what is your favorite store there?
My favorite store there is... I'm not going to say the watch stores are my favorite store because I don't shop there very much. But it is fun to look at. Yeah. I've probably spent more money in Mandarake buying, games and little toys and things like that. So
I like the ones that have these like plastic American toys from the 90s or 80s, like stuff like that. Because I remember being in Japan and I used to love these things because that's like, like when you go to America and, like get McDonald's Happy Set and the toys that comes with it and stuff like that are like there. And it's just like, it's very cheap, crappy toys, but it's very cool to see all of those in one spot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Augustus Al writes, really liked visiting earphones in Akihabara and then walked to Ochana no Mizu to visit the guitar stores and Disc Union there. Earphone in Akihabara, I go there. I used to go there a lot. I haven't, well, that's not true. I have bought headphones recently.
But you used to go there.
I used to go there a lot.
Yeah, just to see what's up.
I kind of want to show off my new headphones.
Okay, do it.
All right, I'll do it.
But if you're a music guy, I believe Ochana has a lot of great instrument stores and a lot of musicians stores there, I guess. But So we were talking about Nakano Broadway, and we call it a mall, but it's not like a mall in the sense of like, Western malls. It's just like a building with a bunch of tenants in it, and it's so old and it's kind of grungy a little. Yeah. But it's kind of fun.
When your headphones come in a box like this, you've made the wrong decision
in life.
Well, you've spent maybe a little too much money on headphones. They're very good headphones. I did not need the box. I just have to say, I appreciate this, but I'm sure I paid for this, and
That's not why you got it.
It's not why I bought it. Yeah. But it's an American company called Audeze, and I mean, and there's wires that go with this too. But anyways, these things they're ear cannons that you put on your head. They're humongous, and I love them. Planar magnetic headphones. The LCD2 Classic. Check out Audeze, Audeze, American made, planar magnetic open back headphones. I'm a big fan.
It's like a waste.
Yeah.
I feel like you should use this box for something else.
Right. It does feel like what am I gonna? Anyways, I mean, I suppose they are storing the headphones, but I could have stored them any other way. I have a lot of headphones. But, so it's a big box, eh? It's a lot. Right. It's a lot. Racer Guy writes, what amp are you running with these headphones? Nothing yet. I'm in the market for an amp right now to go with these. So I'm thinking about the JDS Labs something Mark III. Anyways, I'm I'm looking. If you have any recommendations, let me know. There's also the SCHITT shit audio stuff. I don't want to spend too much money. But yeah. Yeah. This is just a black hole. It's just a black hole.
Just show off some hats.
Yeah.
It's actually an interesting mix of hats.
Francisco Michael, that's looking Bezad's eyes like a kid on Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kid on Christmas indeed. Yeah. LCD2 classic.
Speaking of headgears.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the
Japan Heritage.
Japan Heritage. You've had this for a long time, so it's starting to fade. It's really cool. Yeah, this is a good one. I also like this 5-panel style.
Yeah.
I got this my hat.
This hat is really, really nice.
This is the Yucatan suede hat.
Yeah.
It's made in Italy.
Yeah, we carried these at Tate and Yoko. We had them in a bunch of colors.
Yeah. This one's black, but we had a
tan
brown
and a brown.
Tan, yeah. And I think we're sold out.
Yeah,
so
we got to get some more of these.
Yeah, it's a good quality hat. Arc'teryx?
Oh yeah, this is the Arc'teryx Valence. I don't know what the model of it is, but I mean it's a Gore-Tex cap that weighs absolutely nothing. So yeah, this is my rainy day cap if I'm out there in the Japanese rain. It's nice to wear and keep my head dry.
And this is the hat I knit for Bezad a long time ago when I was into knitting.
Yeah.
It took forever. But I think I did a great job.
Did a great job. I love that cap.
So I took 2 thin yarns of the beige and the gray, and then mixed it to make this third
Grandrel yarn.
Yeah.
And then just a easy thin slate.
You've been wearing this a lot.
I like the high vis orange. It seems to go with everything.
And I think it's actually warm, right?
It's very warm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a cheap, kind of construction guy hat, but this one definitely does the job.
Yeah.
That's just a little of many. We definitely
have
this
is the ones
this is just the ones by
wearing.
the door.
Yeah.
Augustus out. More of a portable guy myself. Currently using the iFi Griffin with my iPhone, with my IEMs. Yeah, right on. For outdoor, I don't have a mega hi-fi set. I just have these Sony's. These are the XM3 ones. I used to have a lot. I still have a lot of IEMs, but I've just gone the wireless route now. I have a portable Onkyo DAC, or DAP, digital audio player, but I also find that the iPod still, just for battery performance, the iPod is, and you can hack the crap out of iPods and get 512 gigs on there. So I like the battery performance of an iPod.
Phone.
Yeah, the phone does the good job too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still love audio gear. I was definitely way more into it a few years ago. I was buying headphones every month basically.
Yeah. I mean, your interest comes and goes for sure.
Okay. Vizzy Blow writes, are you planning on designing another pair of denim with a Quebec Montreal theme without falling into vulgarity? Not at the moment. Once we sell out of the Montreal, denim, then maybe we'll consider doing a different one. But that's not on the agenda as of yet. Okay. Let's do a quick little snack time.
Yes.
And then we'll do something. Okay.
I don't know what's coming. I'm excited. He brought home a ton of cereals and snacks. So we will see.
Yeah, so I brought home a bunch of cereal and American candy because you just can't get that stuff here. And while I don't...
in Canada, some of them.
Yeah, a lot of American candy you just don't get in Canada. But, I also just I don't eat that much candy anymore but I like to have it around just in case. So we have a pretty stocked pantry of candy, which usually lasts quite a while. But I was particularly intrigued by this because I like Snickers. Peanut brownie Snickers. I've never seen this before. If you're American, maybe you've seen it before, but I've never seen it before. 90 calories per square. That's not bad.
That is not bad.
Not
I
bad.
thought it would be way more.
Yeah. That's really not that bad, I guess.
This whole thing is 180 calories.
This whole thing is 180 calories. But 90 calories per square, that's not terrible. Francisco Michael writes, I've had it. It's okay. I hope you like it. Well, we're gonna find out. So let's check this out. Here you go.
No. Okay. So this is 90 calories. So
Yeah.
there's 4 of them.
Right. There's 4 of them.
Okay,
So yeah, it comes in like little
makes total
squares. But I mean, if I were to get this and just have one piece, that would probably satiate my chocolate desire. All right. It's okay. It has that Snickers taste.
Yeah. It just, I don't eat Snickers so much that I don't know what's in this spot where the brownie is. What's in it, usually, regular Snickers?
I don't know.
It's kind of like this. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't really tell the difference. If somebody gave it to me as a regular Snickers, I would be like, okay.
Yeah, they're fine.
It's not that different
It's too sweet.
compared to regular Snickers.
Yeah.
I think maybe more peanuts in.
Yeah, more. I think regular peanuts is just more that top part of this. Okay. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's just not as exciting of a difference as.
No.
I
It
thought.
really mostly tastes like Snickers.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference. All right, well, that's kind of a neat product. I'm a little less thrilled by it. The packaging is nice. But I guess as a little snack, it's okay. Just having one of these pieces would probably quench your Snickers thirst. Look, usually nougat, however it's spelled, I think. What the heck is nougat even?
It's like fudge.
Is it?
No?
Yeah. KW, I only like bite-sized Snickers because I can never finish a whole bar, but the ice cream version is not bad. Snickers ice cream bar is very good. I like Snickers as a chocolate bar because I feel like maybe it's the marketing that worked on me, but like if you're hungry, have a Snickers. I do find that like if I am in a bind and I can't find any real food, that a Snickers will usually tide me over for a little while.
There's a lot of nuts in it,
Yeah.
and it has that crunch,
Yeah.
so you feel like you're eating something.
Yeah.
Because Milky Way is probably as much sugar, but it's all like airy.
It's all airy,
and,
foamy
yeah.
chocolate. Yeah. Snickers Double XL. I don't think I've ever seen that. Nougat is the chewy portion of the candy bar. Yes, I know, but what is it? Like, what is it made of?
Either caramel or fudge. I
Alright.
don't know what fudge is, though.
Yeah.
I think it's flour and sugar.
Right.
Everything is flour and sugar.
Stacy Shepherd 11 writes, we've had that for 2 years here in Australia. It's very rich. One bite and done. Yeah, I really felt like you ate it. I'm like, that's it.
One thing
Yeah.
is just I'm struggling
Yeah.
with it.
Although
I was very hungry.
Yeah, like it's like this. If I ate this whole thing, 4 pieces in one sitting, like I'd be jacked. Like my blood sugar would be going crazy.
Yes,
Yeah.
you shouldn't do that. That's 360 calories.
No, it's 180 calories for the whole thing.
No, it's 90 per square, though.
Oh, 90 per square.
There's 4
Oh,
squares in
this is
there.
a serving.
Yes, that's
Oh,
why
I
I was just
understand.
like, was like, this whole thing is 180?
Yeah, never
That's
mind.
insane.
Never mind. Okay. Me too. They really are too sweet. Yeah.
It's way too sweet.
Way too sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways, we figured that out together then. All right. Okay, everybody, it's been fun. It's been great to be back with you guys, with Risa, here in Japan for another live stream. We had a great one here. Everybody, before we go, don't forget to hit that like button. So hit that like button right now if you haven't done so already. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Tell a friend about us. If you've got a friend who's interested in raw denim, this is definitely the place to be, to discuss, to learn all about all the things raw denim, the industry, all the stuff we've got going on. And make sure they subscribe so we get to that 10,000 mark sooner. We're going to be there this month.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So let's
and our
get there.
contents are not always limited to denim. We talk about general clothing.
Yeah. And our thoughts on cities.
Japan. Yeah.
So there you go. It's fun for everyone. Okay. That's it.
Ooh.
Any final thoughts?
No. Just enjoy your weekend. It was great hanging out with you all.
Yes. Have a good one, everybody. Great to see you. Be here again. And be nice to somebody. Buy somebody a candy bar this weekend. Perhaps
a Snicker.
Perhaps a Snickers. Tell your mother you love her. And we'll see you guys here again next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on our YouTube channel. And we'll leave it at that. Okay?
All right.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye-bye, everybody.